80s. To help keep up, a lot of people now have beepers, those little pocket pagers that make sure you keep in touch. But have you seen how much they cost? Whew. You have to be a doctor, a lawyer, or a stockbroker just to be able to pay for a radio pager. But now there's an inexpensive way to stay in touch no matter where you go. It's the Yo Bro paging service. There's no bulky radio receiver, just two guys in a Cadillac.
Have you ever filed for unemployment before?
No, baby, not this month.
Yo, bro! Your lady gonna be having a baby! Yo, get down to the hospital!
You're in touch and in control of the situation with the help of Leon and Otis in the 1975 El Dorado Yo Bro paging unit. Or suppose you're in the middle of a sensitive business deal.
Yo, what's up? You got the stuff.
Come on, let me see the money. Yo, bro! The police began a SWAT team set up down the block.
You come out on top again because you had the inexpensive Yo Bro pager. Don't miss another message.
Yo, bro!
Call today and sign up for the Yo Bro paging service, available within 15 miles of Popeye's Chicken Outlet in North Philadelphia.
Hot Bits! WFIL!
Golden Oldies 56 WFIL.
Oh,
It is
come on now.
8:56.
Stop stalling for time with all that mundane chatter, such as the time and the temperature.
I would say something funny, but then you'd feel like I'm trying to upstage you.
It came upon a midnight clear to me that you don't know anything funny. 37 degrees is the temperature on WFIL.
Midnight clear?
Yes. I said clear.
Hint, hint.
All right, this morning, Senator Tom Monahan stopped by. I want to just say a real quick hi to Senator because he was at the Christmas party last night. He's one of our sales dogs. Senator Monahan has a hangover, and yet he's wearing a boulder to hide his big, heavy head, right?
And the guy's
Yes,
wearing
I
a
am.
boulder.
Good morning.
Let me ask you this.
No, that's not that kind of a boulder. Oh.
It's a boulder.
A British bowl.
Yes.
Oh.
Give it a
Wonderful
little
hat.
bit.
Now, Senator Monahan,
Yes.
here's the question. You have a hangover.
Slight one, yes.
Were you listening to our show this morning?
No.
Oh, okay. Now we got another one of the sales dogs. Bill.
Hangover's about a 5 on a 10 scale. Not bad.
Well, then you have half an over, right?
Yeah, and the little program manager in my head said you guys were really rambling this morning.
I thought so. See, that's their perception when they have these kinds of heads. Has the upper management arrived yet? No? Those guys are going to be in here. They're all going to be tearing. You know, they'll be saying, "Oh, what a rotten show you had." It's really them because they were out last night partying on the Christmas party.
I noticed Jeff got his headlights fixed. Was that a Christmas wish?
Yeah, what happened, Jeff?
That was a lawsuit is what
That's
happened.
what it was. We have a dealer, a Pontiac dealer. That's
No, we're not going to talk about it anymore.
Now, that's the
Let's
news
do the
I
news
want to
instead.
That is the news. That is news.
The situation's under control. It's 8:57 at WFIL. After a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, city workers will troop to work January 2nd, wondering if it'll be their last day. This is Jeff Collins, WFIL News. Now, more Joey Reynolds on Golden Oldies 56, WFIL.
WABC, strike gold. Swing, Joey, swing.
Burn, baby.
Joey Reynolds Show.
What a show.
Reynolds Show.
Hiya. 9 o'clock. And all the bosses have hangovers.
Joey Reynolds Show.
What a show.
Oh, yeah. Those guys at the Christmas party last night, thank God I don't drink. We don't all drink, you know. I mean, some of us don't do drugs. We don't drink. We don't even wet.
You're basically boring.
We are very boring, but that's all right, because I can watch all of you other people, and I at least have my great sense of humor. And one of the old fans, when I had this theme song in 1963, fella from the CDT business system, just come out of the closet. Like most businessmen who won't admit that their old typewriter should be used with two monkeys sitting there, pounding, taking a brick, and doing their laundry with a soap, hitting it against a rock, right? You know, those old-fashioned things. Your name is Ned what?
Ned, last name is Holbein.
You got to get over here.
Ned,
Okay. On the mic now. Ned what?
Holbein.
Where are you from, Ned?
I'm actually from Delaware, Johnny.
Well, you must be old. You remember me on the radio years ago.
Well, listen, I hope my wife isn't listening right now, but I can remember listening to you when I was out parking with some young ladies I knew at that time.
Were you a backseater?
No, front seater, Jim. I didn't afford a car with a back seat.
Did you have bucket seats?
No, I just had one piece of plywood across the front.
I can always figure out what's going on. You probably meant the running board, right?
Yes, that's correct.
The submarine race watchers, we used to call them.
Yeah, he was in the front seat with two guys in the back.
He was peeking, obviously.
Yeah. Well, do you remember the submarine race watchers?
No, I never got into that, Joey.
We were doing a little takeoff on WABC a little while ago, and before that, it used to be Murray the K in New York, who had the submarine race watchers. Had a guy and a girl were parked on the East River Drive, and the guy turned to the girl and said, "Do you believe in the hereafter?" And she said, "The hereafter? What do you mean?" He says, "Well, if you're not here after what I'm here after, then you're going to be here after I'm gone."
Yeah, I can appreciate that. Yes.
Okay. Let there be music.
Return to sender. Return to sender.
On the 8th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 8 holy rollers. Amen. 7 contour sheets. 6 6-foot hoagies. 5 Sherman tanks. Yes, sir. 4 blister PV. 3 beds of linguine. 2 rainbow dolls. By Mattel. And an ideal music trivia game. On the 9th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me
9 new accounts.
8 holy rollers. Amen. 7 contour sheets. 6 6-foot hoagies. 5 Sherman tanks. Yes, sir. 4 plates of beefy. 3 beds of linguine. 2 rainbow dolls. By Mattel. And an ideal music trivia game.
I've been around this busy town trying to find the perfect.
The 12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 12 Dunkin' Donuts.
11 football players.
10 rating points.
9 new accounts.
8 holy rollers. Amen. 7 contour sheets. 6 6-foot hoagies. 5 Sherman tanks. Yes, sir. 4 plates of beefy. 3 beds of linguine.
2 rainbow dolls.
By Mattel. And an ideal music trivia game.
Oh, we got so many things going on this morning. I want to get them all in. It's 9:49 on FIL. I made a tape over at the FOP, the Fraternal Order of Police, last Saturday when we were taking all of the cartoon and comic book and motion picture characters to the children's hospitals. And just before we left, we talked to some of the gals who were working over at the police station. They do work there, you know. At the Fraternal Order of Police, which is the organization that that's not a police station. I mean, this is the club for the cops. And that's where they are able to drink and wear their badges and their guns and not get hassled. Isn't that right? No, that's not right.
Who
And I'm going to
hassles
get in
a
trouble
cop?
for that. I'm only joking. Don't take me seriously. You don't hassle cops. They hassle you.
Yeah, who hassles a cop with a gun?
Nobody. I just threw it in there. Did I ever tell you what happens, the difference between the L.A. police and the Philly's finest, or Trenton's finest, or Camden's finest?
No.
In Los Angeles, the format is for 2 cops to stop you. They never work alone. And what happens is the cop gets out of the car, he comes up to you and gets your driver's license and your registration, while the other cop stands behind him next to the car, draws his service revolver, and aims at the other cop who is getting your license in case he blows a line. They're all between pictures. But here's what went on at the FOP on Saturday. Some of the things that we talked about.
Well, when you're old, everything is ugly, but when you're a child, everything is very starry-eyed and
Well, like Ronald
wonderful.
McDonald, do you think he's an attractive clown? I mean, let's talk.
Well, if you look at cops all day, he looks pretty good.
With that red hair, that mop, and that...
Stay in here a couple of hours.
You think that Ronald is attractive? He's a skinny little clown. He looks emaciated. Looks like he eats at McDonald's.
That's true.
I mean, wouldn't you like to have a nice, fat, jolly clown like Phil?
No, I don't know how his wife stands him.
I think that there is time now to get something in. What are we doing, Bob?
For you, Joe.
No, I don't want a donation. I have to...
No, we'd like to have it.
These are the cops paying me off, see? The cops are giving me something. You thought the Christmas tape was hot? How about these cops giving me something there? They gave me some money. I got it on tape. This is the Prince of the City, Joey Reynolds speaking. Hiya. We got somebody on the air right now who has a question about our Christmas party. What is this?
Yeah, I want to know if your Christmas party is going to be anything like your New Year's Eve party.
Oh, you mean is the New Year's Eve party going to be like the Christmas party?
Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah, that's it. So you got me all excited.
What's your name?
Al.
Where are you from?
Cool.
Oh, this is New Jersey, so you're on the right line.
Yeah, that's why I called up for some information. I mean, I wouldn't mind coming to something like that.
Yeah, well, you got the right expression. It'll be at the Sheridan University. And hey, don't say cheap every time. How do you always say when I say something it's cheap, and when you say it, it's all right? Are you Mr. Avant-Garde or something?
How come you get on my case when he said the same thing?
Well, I'm a burlesque artist. What's your excuse? Let me take my pants and pull them up now and go home. See, it still works. See, that was good. I know, thank you. See, you didn't think that was cheap. Hiya.
Hey, Joe.
Who's this?
Greg.
Frank. Hey, Frank, how you doing?
Greg, with a G-R-E-G.
Hang up. All right, I want to tell you tonight on New Jersey on a Thursday, tune in the Solid Gold Spotlight at 8 o'clock. Golden Oldies FIL presents Christmas Classic. So tonight's the night for it. Oh, hey, baby, tonight's the night. The FIL Solid Gold Spotlight is brought to you by Pierre and Carlo, conveniently located in the lower lobby of the Bellevue Stratford Hotel at Broad and Walnut.
What is it, Christmas songs that start with W?
No. It's going to be good. This is a good night. Christmas classics I like. That's great. And Bill's lunch today at noon, Bill Neal's lunchtime special is TNT. Tops and temps. Oh, God. That will be stored there for the next generation because we'll never use this crap again. Let a smile be your umbrella and don't get a mouthful of rain.
WFIL News.
9:58, the Labor Department says consumer prices climbed 0.8% in Philadelphia last month.
I don't know if you can get into this or not at this time. It's 6:15 in the morning.
Thank goodness you have soft headphones. Otherwise, you would have just given yourself a concussion.
What happened? I just hit myself with these things. We got to wear these things in our ears.
Spring-loaded oi-toi-tois on your head.
So we can hear each other. I don't know why we'd want to hear each other anyway. The Cantina del Dios, if you crave fine Mexican food, is the authentic restaurant in Philadelphia for Mexican food. It's the one that really tastes like Los Angeles. So if you are from Southern California and you crave that Mexican food that you had while you were out there, this is the only place that I've had so far where it really is authentic. They give you a pair of heels to wear so you can jump up on the table and kill the roaches. I mean, it really is a great restaurant. Thank God it's early in the morning and the owners aren't up. Maybe they are. Now, we're not seeking your... We're not... Can you back off, Jack? Thank you. I don't mind you playing it, but not on mic. Better. Can you go back up a little bit more? Can you just back up as you're doing that? Just keep playing it, but back up a little bit, see? You can keep doing that, yeah. And we'll tell you when we've had... Yeah. Your mic's a little too close, see? We get a better effect as we back up. That's it. Just back up a little more, yeah. Take it out. No, back off. Back off a little bit. All right, that's it.
How's that?
A little more, I think. A little... See, it should be more background. Good. Get that sucker some pamphlets and send them to the airport. Damn. Cantina del Dios is the restaurant that they do not have the kazoo music that you've come to enjoy on this program, but I'm sure they can provide. Here it comes again. You talk about Montezuma and the Revenge. You're like the Mexican water when you get out of here. Cantina del Dios. It's a restaurant that I don't know what it means except low prices, and that's what you'll find with the good food, of course.
It means the cafeteria of God, if you want to know.
It does?
Yeah, something like that.
God wouldn't eat there.
I don't know.
You know, like not into that kind of architecture.
What it means.
It's rather dank and hellish. It has Aztec kind of intimacy, and there are no windows and air and no light. I mean, it's pigging out in the darkness is what it is. It's very gluttonous. No one notices you when you have 47 plates of food and you sit there and burp. This is one of those delights, you know. Mexican food is that way. It's when you don't have Mexican food when you're on the water diet, you know. And this is a time to really pig out. And they give you a lot. The portions are huge.
At the Cafeteria of God.
Yes, it is. 1 block north of Market. Cantina del Dios, 225 Church Street. This is the last time you'll hear this. Between 2nd and 3rd Streets. It's a wonderful place to eat. Just a... I can imagine what's coming next. The kazoo and everything else has quieted down. So I know that this is the lull before the storm. I know. Dun, dun, bum, bum. There it is. It must be God's cafeteria, boys.
The cafeteria that I enjoy most, Joey.
Thank you, Lord. I knew God was coming into the picture somewhere. Cantina del Dios. God would not eat at this place because when God eats, God doesn't pay. You're cordially invited for a complimentary bubbly toast with every dinner from Cantina del Dios, 225. Am I saying it right? Is it Cantina del Dios or Dios?
How's it spelled?
D-I-O-S.
Dios.
Dios, right, okay. 225 Church Street, so get on down and have yourself some of that real authentic Mexican food like the Mexican phone company, the Taco Bell. 33 is the temperature right now on FIL. What are we doing?
I was pointing to my commercial.
This is our Friday morning show, and of course we're having a lot of fun. We're over-spirited because of Christmasy. And we've got Bob the mortician here. We got Mort, who is our transmitter mate and chief engineer for the morning. Hiya, guys. Hey, hear them in the hall. And we have a little laid back, are you? And we've got Wayne Cabot, whose brother is Mike Cabot. Wayne, of course, is a newsman at 20 years old extraordinaire. And his brother is the fellow who does a lot of the impressions on our show. We want to introduce you to these characters because if you've been a follower of this program, you probably wonder who does all the fine work. Some of the guys in the background, the writing is done by Jeff Collins, a lot of it.
Aren't you forgetting the girl you just trashed for 10 minutes?
No, we're going to plug her gourmet cooker or hooker or whatever the name of that company is. What is it? Your brother's company, right? They brought all that food yesterday for us?
My company.
Your company. And you and your brother are put in business, right?
That's right.
Okay. And it's party because we're not going to be here for Christmas Eve.
What, you're not?
No.
Where are you going to be, Joe?
I'm going to be in Buffalo.
What the heck
I'm going
is
to
the deal here?
shovel off to Buffalo. That's the only area in the country where there's snow.
You got to be kidding. So who's going to hold down the fort for us?
Hi, Sam.
Hey, Jeff. How you
There
doing?
he is.
Well, that's okay. We'll play old tapes of Joey. Listen to this.
That's Denise Williams. It's another one like Thriller. Terminal.
How'd you get away with this?
The end of this stuff. 7:30 is the time now on KMGG Los Angeles Magic Radio, Magic 106. I'm Joey Reynolds. Peggy March is our guest star. Our telephone is 520-KMGG.
Anyway,
Let it go.
Okay, here you go.
I want to hear from a serious adult, one who no fatties need to play. I want to hear from somebody who is really into bondage. We want to hear from somebody here. It's your cousin Brucey on the radio here. You call this is a wonderful magic station. You be the first one to call and you'll get nothing. The second one, you'll get more of the same. 520-KMGG. Our second prize is 2 weeks in Philadelphia. I didn't do that, did I really?
You said yes, you did.
I love Philadelphia. It's the greatest city in the world.
There you do.
It is. I keep awarding it to people. I gave it to myself. I took the prize.
I mean, you really think that people out there know who Cousin Brucey was or is?
Oh, well, see, Los Angeles is, first of all, has no natives. Because anybody who has any mind at all doesn't live in that barren desert that has no water except from the lease from Colorado. It has a 99-year lease on water. Most people who move to Colorado are from here. They're losers from the east.
This is not the
California,
point. The reason he can get away with doing that is California's state motto is act like you know.
That's right.
Well, what
That's
happens,
right.
see, is some lawyer, some nice Jewish lawyer from Philadelphia who abandons his wife and 7 kids when he was very successful, made a lot of money, would all of a sudden chuck his wife, get on a pantsuit, go out, head to the west, and wear about 140 pounds of jewelry, drip in gold, hang around a deli, get fat and sloppy, look like he's with his daughter, and it's really someone he's just met, and start keeping her.
That's great. And go out and buy an expensive FM radio and listen to that lousy station.
That's why they call it magic.
Anyway, glad you're here, Joe.
I know you are. I can tell.
You know what was really neat, Joey, was listening to you put down currents.
Well, see,
Current records.
You don't understand. This is the act. I mean,
That's right.
You're getting
That's
it now. You're getting to know it, right?
That was only last summer.
I can't wait to hear you on that religious station you're going to buy.
Yeah, let's tell everybody what that's about. They don't get the joke.
Oh, in Billboard magazine this week,
They used a psychic.
they called in a psychic, and the editor of the Billboard radio section asked a psychic what's going to happen in radio in 1985. 2 of the predictions were one, that Joey Reynolds is going to manage a religious radio station.
Oh, come on.
And B, that Jerry Blavitt would get into politics.
Well, that's feasible, though, isn't it? Both of those things have possibilities.
Sure, I guess.
I hate this gospel music. Damn.
The gospel music's good.
Oh, here's another gospel tune.
The wimp God music is awful. The gospel's great, but the God music is stupid.
Ladies and gentlemen, you don't get much by these 2 guys here.
I can't believe Sam just said God music is stupid.
No, I'm talking about the God rock. That's junk.
Why isn't someone
Gospel? I love gospel. I think gospel's the best.
I can see Joey.
My man, my man.
You see him trashing, oh, God, it's another theocratic Thursday. Some time ago, worse than the rest of the nation is. We'll have details on that coming up. First, now let's have a check on traffic. Here's Walt McDonald's.
And good evening once again. Homebound traffic in the Garden State quite slow on the southbound 42 freeway. That's where
Hold
we are right
the phone. Where did we get that from? That was last night's traffic. We'll work it out. A 2-month strike by waiters and waitresses of Old Original Bookbinders. I know, tight. Bookbinders Restaurant ended yesterday with a tentative contract being reached, although details of the pact were not made available. Because the restaurant is closed Christmas Eve and Christmas, workers will return to their jobs at the Old Original Bookbinders on Wednesday.
Hey, wait. Excuse me. We rarely interrupt a newscast with news. But Sam is on the two-way radio here, and he'd be more than glad to...
He'll fill us in with the report?
Flip him up, yeah.
I don't know. I appreciate that very much. Can you bring him up in there?
Yeah. Sam is ready to jump in. You can tell that he listens to us. He favors our show, you know.
Sam, I really appreciate you giving me this. This is really embarrassing. We had last night's traffic.
That's all right, Jeff.
No,
That was pretty
funny. It's not much change anyway.
That was pretty funny. No change from last time. Four-alarm blaze in South Philadelphia at American and Berks. Please be careful there. Local detours if you're traveling on southbound 95. No serious delay towards the Center City exit, although north on 95, some heavy traffic at 291 on famous 56 WFIL. Sam Clover for the ARCO AM/PM Go Patrol.
Thank you, Sam. Rapidly wrapping up the loosest newscast in history. WFIL News Time, 7 o'clock.
'Twas the holiday season, and all through the stores,
Well, Joey, being the autocratic and dictatorial news director I am, I pistol whipped my staff to find out what went wrong with that traffic report. Turns out that was actually Walt, live on the air, saying, good evening.
Oh, no.
Traffic this evening. Doing a little Christmas nip, so to speak.
Too much of the mini-mark eggnog.
Checking WFIL sports. Flyers snapped a 4-game losing streak last night by downing the New Jersey Devils 8-4. It's off to Pittsburgh tonight for the Flyers against the Penguins. Sixers host the Milwaukee Bucks tonight at the Spectrum. WFIL pregame showtime, 7:20. Here's the 56 forecast. Rain, possibly starting as sleet in northern and western suburbs today, with a high of 45. Tonight, periods of rain, temperatures slowly rising to the 50s. Tomorrow, cloudy with rain during the morning hours. The high 55. WFIL Philadelphia temperature 35. It's Jeff Collins, WFIL News. Now, hit the music, roll the announcer, and cue those credits.
Where's Walt?
The cart just died.
It keeps happening. Okay, we know where this show is headed. This morning's Freeform Friday edition of the Joey Reynolds AM Solstice has been made possible by a grant from Rudolph, the vodka-slurping, rarely working, often smirking communist reindeer. Thanks also to Santa Claus, Klaus von Bülow, Claus and Pickles, Don Rickles, Don Adams, Adam West, Eve Arden, Art Linkletter, David Letterman, David and Goliath, Samson and Delilah, Samsonite, Masonite, Termites, and in this, I might. The WFIL AM features the not ready for drive time players. Dina Cassie, Lorraine Ballard, Clint Fry, Fast Eddie Berger, Sam Clover, Dr. Werner von Propane, Yo Mamas, Manny Kermit, Dr. Rhythm, Mafil Bakhdar, The Reverend, Sister Mary Mary, Sergeant Chuck Calhoun, Dr. Lipschitz, Mrs. Lynn, the WFIL sales dogs. Call 482-7000 before midnight tonight, and Dasher and Dancer as laid be by. For Joey Twinkling Eye Reynolds and Jeff Whitebeard Collins, this is Bill Ho 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 Marshall, reminding you that if you don't get what you want for Christmas, you can always shoot everyone in your family, or you can pick up something for yourself at Bamberger's.
Hello, this is Jackman, and if I wasn't dead, I'd be listening to the Joey Reynolds Show on Golden Oldies 56. 56? Well, mark it down to 55, and I'll buy it.
So is Sam. Sam, thank you for saving us a little earlier.
Oh, that's okay.
Very nice of you to interrupt the newscast.
I know, I'm a swell kind of guy.
Yeah, I know. It turns out that's not what he was calling for.
Why were you
That's really not what I was calling for.
Oh, is there something else that we should know about on the air?
Yeah. Well, do you want to hear this?
Sure.
Here's some more.
Certainly.
Here's some more. Joey in California this summer.
520 KMGG. Our second prize is 2 weeks in Philadelphia.
Yay!
What did you say? Nobody knows what hoagies are?
That's right.
Nobody knows what grinders are either. They call them hoagies in some cities. Submarine sandwiches, grinders in Connecticut.
See, I didn't know what a grinder was, but...
Right here, it's just a plain old bologna sandwich. That's all it is.
No, it's not.
No, what do they call them here in California?
They call them subs.
No, submarines are not indigenous to California.
Oh, I'm sorry.
They call them something
What
else
do they
here.
call them? I just go and ask for a hoagie.
Well, there are
then I
some.
go and make it myself.
Well, there are sub shops here. But,
Yes, but it says Philadelphia hoagies or Philadelphia.
no, the Philadelphia steak sandwiches.
she's from
you mean.
Philadelphia.
I don't know. What do they call them?
There's a place on
Anybody
Western
know?
that sells those.
Please call me and tell me what they call them.
Yeah, what do they call? What do they call?
What do they call a sub hoagie grinder?
All right, we got a call here now. It's pouring in.
Well, Joe.
It's the same act.
Doesn't matter what state you're in.
Well, see, I've done a network show for years. I've just done it the hard way. Just like Johnny Carson, I've done it a city at a time. It's supposed to be on once all across America. But I don't know how to do anything else except this. Well, maybe there's this. But seriously, folks, our dog is afraid to jump on the couch because he doesn't want to get his paws dirty.
You're going to tell jokes like that? I'm turning the music
Come
on.
on, make my day, Bill. I was in the middle of it. Never mind. Come on.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, we got traffic on.
Yeah,
right?
we have that 4-alarm blaze in South Philadelphia, American and Berks. Local detours, keep away. There's no traffic delay. There's no traffic anywhere. Where is everybody?
What's Walt's problem?
What do you mean?
It's not
That was a tape, Jeff. That can't be. That couldn't have
That
been
was
live.
not a tape. First of all, we do not take Walt McDonald traffic reports in the evening.
Well, somebody was yanking your something
Trouble
or
with
another.
Walt, see, is Walt is Catholic.
Yes?
Okay. There's a good explanation.
Yeah, that explains it, but there goes the theory, because he's not. North...
With a
north
name
on-
like McDonald?
McDonald. It's not McDonald's.
I thought
McDonald.
it's like the Golden Arches.
Scott. It's
Look for the Golden Arches.
Scotch. For Scotch.
Under your
Scottish.
Christmas tree.
It could be a Presbyterian then, right?
I
Well,
don't
see,
know-
yesterday
I
we
don't know.
were we were all over the Jews, and I know that the Jews want equal time for the
We don't like to be called the Jews.
wasps.
All right. Let me do the rest of this.
Today is Wasp Day.
North
7-Eleven on the mini AM PM market forecast.
What's the traffic like?
North on 95, heavy at 291. South on 95, heavy at Broad Street. On famous 56 WFIL, Sam Clover for the ARCO AM PM Go Patrol.
Yeah.
We seek applause wherever you are, except if you're driving. We don't want you to have an accident and then blame us and sue us. But wherever you are, we'd like you to applaud us on the radio, because that's why we're doing all of this. We're doing this just to have applause. Some of
Sam?
us do it for the money.
Wait, Sam's still here?
Yo, yeah, just for a sec, what? Go ahead.
Can we sing to him?
Go
Sure,
ahead. Sure.
certainly.
Just sing to me?
Sure.
Go ahead.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Frog,
I think so, too.
we're not going to play it.
Oh, please.
We just talked about it enough to not have to play. We're going to play another song about animals, though. That's a Christmas favorite. And I know you're going to like this. Would you like to make a dedication?
A
Long-distance dedication this morning from New Jersey for who?
For you.
For me?
Yeah.
Well, it's funny you should ask, because here's that song called My Dog Sex.
Merry Christmas, Joey.
Keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the stars.
This is the big time.
Oh, okay.
For protection, my father bought me a dog.
All right.
He was a wonderful dog. One night while I was being held up, he watched. He was a watchdog. Everybody who has a dog calls him either Rover or Boy. I call mine Sex. Now, Sex is a very embarrassing name. One day I took Sex for a walk, and he ran away from me. I spent hours looking for the dog.
Oh, so you would
A cop came over to me and said, "What are you doing in this alley at 4 o'clock in the morning?" I said, "I'm looking for sex." My case comes up Friday. One day I went to City Hall to get a dog license and told the clerk I'd like to have a license for sex. He said, "I'd like to have one too." Then I said, "But this is the dog." And he said he didn't care how she looked. Then I said, you don't understand. I had sex since I was 2 years old. I told him that when my wife and I separated, we went to court to fight for custody of the dog. I said, "Your Honor, I had sex before I was married." And the judge said, "Me too." Then I told him that after I was married, sex left me. And he said, "Me too." When I told him I had sex on TV, he said, "Show off." I told him that it was a contest, and he told me I should have sold tickets. I also told the judge about the time when my wife and I were on our honeymoon. When I checked into the motel, I told the clerk that I wanted a room for my wife and a special room for sex. The clerk said that every room in the motel was for sex. Then I said, "You don't understand. Sex keeps me awake at night." And the clerk said, "Me too." I give up.
Where your friends are. 7:38 on FIL.
Dear Casey, when I was a little boy, my mother used to have strange men over the house. We never had carpet in our house. Mom said it was because you never see grass in the middle of a superhighway. I haven't seen Mom in a long time, so it's a long-distance dedication. Could you play the traffic?
Now, you're speaking of dear Casey on the phone. Casey?
Yes.
Is that you?
It's me, Joey.
Oh, that's not Casey Kasem.
No. It's the other Casey.
Casey Petrowski.
That's right.
Oh, the writer.
Right.
And friend.
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was Casey Kasem.
No. That's the rich guy, the famous guy.
Well, we have here the traffic report. You're in the middle of it, so just hang in there. We got Sam, the Arco man. Are you there, Sam?
Yeah, Casey, where do you live?
Me?
Yeah.
On Markdale Avenue.
Okay, there's no traffic, is there? No traffic, right? Any traffic anywhere? I'll tell you if there's any traffic. Okay?
Casey,